Oh yeah, this is going to be another update. I didn't expect to be back so soon, but I've got a fair bit of time myself at the moment. I'm not as busy as I was, and I've had a bit of stuff coming, and I think I might do another update now to save kind of a big kind of backload of stuff. It's not like a massive update, but you know, it's 4 Blu-rays and around I think a few DVDs, so I'll be fairly quick with it. The first up is I've watched some really good films recently as well. A lot of them, pretty no coincidence, from the 70s, kind of one of my favourite kind of decades for film. First up is from the Warner Archive collection. Now it's called The Squeeze. Really good British 70s crime film, kind of in the same sort of vein, violent vein as like Sitting Target. If you like that, I think you'll like this. Now I picked this up around about a month ago, but I got ripped off by Shady Seller on Amazon. He sent it me, and it was a bootleg basically. Tried to deny it, and he basically sent another 10 copies. Basically, if you look at the front of this, you can tell that's official. When I got it, that was basically on the cover of it. Just looked the right mess. Names were spelt wrong and stuff. So if you see this available and on Amazon.co.uk from a UK seller, it's probably him, and I wouldn't recommend buying it from him because he's selling other kind of Warner Archives kind of bootlegs. I mean, if you're paying for a DVD-R, if you're paying £10 for a DVD-R anyway, you want it at least to be kind of official. You don't want it to be a bootleg from it. So that is coincidentally, that is a very good film. I really recommend that. A lot of the films I picked up are from the 70s. This is The Education of Sonny Carson. I hear this is really good. I haven't had a chance. This is like the only film I haven't watched. Paul Benjamin's in this. I hear this is an absolutely fantastic film. That kind of young guy gets involved with gangs. I think it's set in Brooklyn. I think the book is from the 50s, but it's been set in the 70s. Yeah, I hear that's a really phenomenal film. I picked up again, this is another one I haven't watched, but this one came a few days ago. This is Macon County Line. Here, this is great as well. I really like the cover of this. Yeah, here it's kind of great film. As I said, I really do like my 70s films, particularly at the moment. I'm talking of 70s films, right? This is the French release of it, of this film. It's called The Klansman. Got Lee Marvin and Richard Burton. Oh, Richard Burton's a bad way in this. I would say his American accent is terrible in it. He's got to be about 75% drunk throughout this, but it makes just a great film. There's a terrific fight between, when I say terrific, terrifically bad, but real hilariously bad, between him and Cameron Mitchell in this. Richard Burton is in a bad way. I mean, oh god, it's like I know he had a stroke later on in his life. I don't think he had the stroke by this point, but he literally couldn't hardly kind of move his arms, and he's in this. Cameron Mitchell sells his fight amazingly well. If you're easily offended, I wouldn't watch this film. If political correctness is your bag, I wouldn't watch it. Some of the lines in it, I had to kind of... There's a line of Lee Marvin about some girl's virginity in it, which actually just... I had to rewind it back immediately to say, did he actually fucking say that? Really good film. The subtitles aren't forced. You can take off the French subs. It's a really good print as well. It's a real kind of exploitation at its finest. Terrific kind of fight at the end. Some real good scenes, but as I said, if you're easily offended, don't watch it, for Christ's sake. I picked up a Blu-ray as well. I watched this only the other day. It's the first time I've ever seen it, and it's a steelbook of it, and it's an absolutely amazing film. Never realised Humphrey Bogart was such a bastard in it. It's a treasure of Sierra Madre. Really, it's absolutely flawless. The film is. It's unbelievable. Humphrey Bogart is amazing in it. As is Walter Houston. In fact, the whole cast is great. It's a great film. I mean, I can't really to just watch it. It's fabulous, man. It's a brilliant film. Right, this was a great film. I think this is out of print now, this version, and I got the seller down to a decent price, very decent. It's Breaking Point. You like your kind of revenge films? This is great. What we got? Bo Svensson. I think it would be Wesson. Bo Svensson. Yeah. He's out of Walking Tall films 2 and 3. Replaced Joe Don Baker. Bo Svensson. I think it'd be Bo Svensson. He's a judo instructor. I think he's ex-Marine as well. Sees a murder, goes to court, he gets the murderers punished, and then one of the main gangsters in it, it's John Kalikos from Drum. He played like a sick sort of New Orleans deviant in that. He's great in this as well. They go after his family, and it's a really, really good one. Robert Culp's in it as well. There's a great scene of violence. It's kind of quick when old Bo gets a huge 2x4 and launches it at someone just outside one of the gangsters, and like a tent separated them and smashed him straight in the head. It's a great scene. It's a great film. It's really, really good. I wouldn't watch the trailer, as good as the trailer is, because it reveals literally everything in it, but it's a really, really good one. I think this is 75, so this is kind of early on some of the kind of the revenge kind of films, just like the one man against all type film, and it really works. It's very, very good. I picked up a fair few DVDs. I'm trying to go right. I picked up this. This is great. Now, did Paul Schrader? This is Leonard Schrader. I'm sure Paul Schrader. Yeah, the screenplay is by him. This is Yakuza. Robert Mitchum. Really, really good film. I can't recommend this film enough. Robert Mitchum is, I think he's an ex-soldier. He'd lived in Japan for a while just after the war. His name is Harry Kilmer. Brian Keith has pissed off the Yakuza. They kidnap his daughter. Robert Mitchum goes to Japan trying to find her, and a whole different kind of web of kind of plots and intrigue kind of come to the fore. It's a great film. The finale as well is fantastic in this. Really good film by Sidney Pollack. Sidney Pollack, he's dead now. He did Jeremiah Johnson among other things, but this is a cracker. This is a great film. I said I watched loads of good films recently. Oh, what should I show? Oh, gotta show this. This is the Australian release of it. I think one of the archive releases. It's not Warner. I can't think who else has released it. This is the Australian print of it, which is fantastic. It's a great print. Welcome home, Soldier Boys. 4 ex-Vietnam veterans come home, and they're determined to get to, I think it's Oregon. It's not Are they trying to go to California or Oregon? I think it's Northern California into Oregon, but they travel across America, meeting various people along the way. Some people are alright, some people treat them like shit, real like pariahs. But it's the finale of this film which is the special thing, because they basically arrive at this small town, and a fight which erupts about petrol basically sees them lay waste to this entire town, killing basically the entire population of this town. John Baker stars in it. We got what's his name? Paul Coslow, who always plays a piece of shit. He's fabulous in this. This is one brilliant film. The finale is just something to behold. I mean, when I say lay waste to this town, I mean lay waste, slaughtering everybody. It's kind of probably a metaphor for what some of the American soldiers got up to in Vietnam with My Lai and stuff like that. And it's basically it's just showing, like, training kind of men, ordinary men, turning them into killers, then expecting them to kind of settle back to civilian life. It's a brilliant film. It's fucking awesome. This is another kind of Paul Schrader written film. Here George C. Scott kind of disliked Schrader so much he couldn't be on the set when he was filming. Schrader had that a lot. I think he had that sort of effect on people. This is hardcore. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this. George C. Scott, Midwest, kind of religious businessman. Daughter runs off and finds out she's into hardcore pornography. That scene's amazing, by the way, when you first see it. It's fantastic. But the film is just great. The soundtrack is so amazingly sleazy. I can't put it into words. It's not really wholly available, the soundtrack, which is a real shame. But it's a fabulous film. Jack Nietzsche did the soundtrack. He did the soundtrack for another film I picked up. But it's really good. Peter Ball's great in it as well. It's just really, really great. The ending's fantastic. Didn't like the idea of the original ending. I was reading the original ideas of Paul Schrader's script, but I like it, what it went through. I mean, George C. Scott, I like him a lot. I know some people says he tends to overact, but I think he's awesome in this film. Really, really good film. gonna pick up as well. I also this no I'll show this is a Blu-ray. Great transfer this by Shout as well. Really done a great job. This is Electric Glide in blue. Now there's people out there that probably love Robert Blake, and there's people who hate Robert Blake. I'm in the love camp. I love Robert Blake. I think he's great. I think he's absolutely fabulous in this film. This is really, in my opinion, this is a masterpiece from the 70s. I saw this film many years ago, and I saw it recently again, and just forgot how the cinematography in this film, I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating, it's absolutely masterful. It's literally one of the best films of the 70s, and I mean, I'm not exaggerating, it's a fantastic film. The ending is just, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a brilliant film. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's just stylish, well directed. The acting's phenomenal. It's a brilliant film. It's you know, I mean, I think from the cover you probably think it'd be some kind of like mad kind of exploitation film, but it's not like that at all. It's one of the best of the 70s, and I really mean that. Honestly, I'm no exaggeration. It's a brilliant film. Another film from the 70s again, and again this is another Paul Schrader script, and I hear like he didn't. I hear Richard Pryor just absolutely despised him. This is a Blue Collar set in the 70s Detroit, and a car factory. Three friends. You've got Richard Pryor, Harvey Keitel, Yaphet Kotto. They stage a robbery on this union, and all manners of shit kind of happen afterwards. But the script it can be so funny, and it's really sad at times. And it's Schrader, you know, probably he's one of his best scripts for sure. Yaphet Kotto, I've always been a fan of. I love Yaphet Kotto. And Richard Pryor, you know, he's in between two amazing actors here. I mean, Harvey Keitel and Yaphet Kotto, they are two great actors, and he more than holds his own. It's a great film. It just shows how probably hard it is, you know, for like, you know, the working man at times, you know, and it's brilliant. Honest, I'm really looking this update. You know, I've seen so many good films recently. I'm going to show. Yeah, I picked this up on Blu-ray. Really happy to have this. I got this on the last update, but I totally forgot it. This is the Ultimate Gangsters collection. What we got on here? We got Little Caesar. The transfer on Little Caesar's bad. Really needs a full restoration because it's poor. It's a great film, but it's poor. Public Enemy, I just absolutely adore. I love Cagney. Petrified Forest I haven't seen, and White Heat's great. I'll probably try to pick up the other kind of the Gangster collections on kind of DVD at some point. You can see them in Cinematic Donnie's videos. I absolutely love them, those box sets. I wish almost the box set was like this, but you know, it's you know, it comes with small booklet inside. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it comes with a small booklet. Nothing too much. There's not many pages to it. Oh, there's Cagney. Cagney was such a badass, and I really mean that. I really love James Cagney. Right, I'll try to show. Right, I picked this up. Now this was. I'll keep the steelbook to the end. This is a really great release, and I'd read the book inside first before you watch the film, because it really kind of sets the kind of scene, the small kind of essay inside. It's 80 Blocks from Tiffany's. This is a great release of it. From by Gary Weiss. It's set in it's basically a documentary set in the South Bronx, and they're interviewing two particular gangs, the Savage Nomads and the Savage Skulls. Savage Nomads are fairly kind of friendly towards the cameras, but Savage Skulls are something else. I mean, particularly when you read the little booklet inside. The booklet it comes with, it's kind of like a digi-pack, really. You've got that there. That's fairly kind of hard. It's honestly one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's brilliant. And it comes with like that. There's the Savage Skulls kind of motto. And you open up and you've got the booklet inside, which is a great booklet. Can't recommend it enough. And then you've got the DVD in there, which is a bit of an arse to get out, I have to be honest. But when you read the stories in here, are absolutely fabulous. There's one particular story. I mean, if you're kind of squeamish and stuff, this particular Savage Skull murder, it's absolutely horrific when you read about it. I mean, it pulls no punches. I mean, these guys were vicious bastards at times. I mean, you can read about some of the murders in here. I mean, one murder in here, the Spanish Mafia being... where was he tied up? He was tied up in a basement with a starving German Shepherd, and German Shepherd proceeded to eat him alive. junkie massacre, junkies being thrown off a roof. I mean, seriously, when you see parts of the South Bronx, I mean, I've seen it represented in film in Fort Apache, but it's like a fucking bomb site hit it. I mean, being grown up there, being brought up there, I mean, you wouldn't. Many people, you couldn't not blame them. I mean, you could not sympathise with them, but you can see why they turn to crime. But that is absolutely one of the best documentaries. It's amazing. There's that guy there. He looks. Some of the Savage Skulls, when you compare them with the Savage Nomads, there's one thing about when you look at their eyes, they've got killer's eyes. Their eyes are just, the whole mechanism's gone. They've done a lot of nasty shit. You know what I mean? It's really, really good. And last but not least, this is German Media Mark exclusive of The Last Stand Steelbook. Really nice Steelbook, nice embossing there. Great back as well. Absolutely, this film. This is what good modern action film. Yeah, there was a little bit CGI blood near the end, but throughout mostly it's all kind of good kind of squib goodness. It's a great film. I thought Arnie was really on show in this one. Peter Stormare, he was great as one of the villains. I really, really enjoyed it. You know, Johnny Knoxville didn't really annoy me as I thought he might do when I was looking at the trailers. Forrest Whitaker turns up, he's great in it. It took itself seriously, which kind of it had a kind of a lightness to the film, but the story was kind of serious. And I think sometimes that's what kind of let like the Expendable films kind of down. I know I'm all for kind of pastiche and stuff, but nah, man, this was a lot more. This was a lot better. I enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than the Expendable films. Really, and I really mean that. I thought it was an awesome little film. You know, good for some fantastic depths in it. I was really impressed with it. Yeah, and that's all embossed there. It's really, really nice. Really, really nice still. But it's a great film. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And it's the director of the director has done, a lot of good films. I mean, I Saw the Devil, Tale of Two Sisters, among them, and a few others. But yeah, he definitely nailed this fantastic film. But yeah, definitely, I'd recommend that particular version of it. I'd recommend the film. It's fantastic. So yeah, that's the end of the update. I'm going to be doing another video as well midweek. I've got like a box set coming, which I'm really looking forward to getting. And I might do an in-depth video on it. I don't normally do that. I did it once with Lawrence Arabia, but I'm going to do it with this one because I'm really looking forward to it. And I will show it. It's coming on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, so I'll do a video of it because I've got a lot more time now on my hands. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for subbing, and I'll get round to the comments eventually. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for you subscribing, comments and stuff. It's always appreciated. And I'll be back with another video, probably a lot sooner than later, probably in a few weeks. So thanks.